So hi guys, if you're watching this video then maybe you also have got an interest like I've got about the future of care for the elderly. One day I'm going to be elderly, and I'm sure many of you, if we're all fortunate enough, will also become elderly. And the thing that really bothers me is that I'm potentially going to be into a situation where if I do need care, I'm not necessarily going to feel that I'm going to get what I need when I need it. And I think there's quite a few reasons why that is. I've worked in the care industry myself, both via a care company but also through the NHS. And there's a remarkable difference between the two. And I think, having been a carer myself, one of the things that for me is really, really clear is that as a society, we don't value the people that are doing the job of being a carer. And I know from experience that it's one of the most valuable, important roles that we've got out there. But we've got a society where people are being paid on a minute by minute basis. They're being asked to go in and care for somebody who is unable to do things for themselves, and they're expected to do that in maybe 15-20 minutes. Sometimes they'll say that really the minimum time that they'll be allowed to send carers in is for half an hour, but the reality is, how many of you could get yourself washed and dressed and ready in 30 minutes if you were as frail as some of the people that are currently needing care? And until we start as a society valuing the people that are doing that role, how can we ever expect to get better care for any of us? And so one of the things I'd really like to see change is that the government start to treat care as something that is really, really important and valuable and worthwhile. And I'd be interested to see what other people's view is of this, particularly those who are in the care industry themselves. Do you feel valued as a carer? And if you do feel valued, what is it about what you're doing that makes you feel valued? From my experience, the people that I work with will say one of the things that they get most out of it is knowing that they are really making a difference to somebody's life. But one of the things that makes people really, really feel miserable about it is how they're treated by their line manager, by the people that they work with, by the people who talk about what they do as just seeing somebody as wiping somebody's bum and changing their clothes. But I know from experience that to do the job that any carer does involves far, far more. So not only would I like the government to recognise the importance of our carers, but I also would like something more coming from the NHS to provide the right training for the carers in the first place, because the NHS training is far, far different from the training that the carers are given, and we're asking people to go into people's homes with a very, very basic level of training, and things like pressure sores, for instance. Most carers would never ever have had the training to understand what you can do to prevent things like that happening. But if you worked in the NHS, that would be something that is standard for any band 2 healthcare assistant that was looking after somebody on a ward. So I'd like to see a lot of change around that as well. Anyway, it's just a starting conversation, and if there's any interest, I will quite happily get back on and have another debate with you all. Thank you.